Hello everybody, it's Chef Shade Tree coming at you again, back in the tool cart, and as you can see, I've got her all cleaned out. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give this thing a blow job, inside and out. So yeah, since I got this thing all cleaned out, now I can blow this thing out and get all the dirt out of it. So that's my, whoa, hold on. Yeah, I gotta love when the air compressor kicks on. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to this, and I'm gonna blow this thing out. I don't know if you guys want to see this or not, but here's where you turn the music on. Ding ding. But anyways, you guys get the picture. I'm gonna do this throughout the whole, all the drawers. I'm gonna blow them all out. So, get back to you when I get done. And hey, you just never know what you might find when you blow your stuff out. There's the one of the paws to my gear wrench. The paw and spring to my 5/8 gear wrench. Check it out. I blew it out. Now I gotta find the other piece. It's in here, probably in here somewhere. That's funny. Okay, there we go. I got her all cleaned out. Gave her a little bit of a rub down. Kind of rubbed her down a little bit with the cloth, and there you can see I got my drawers all cleaned out. They're all cleaned out and good to go now. So I haven't done this in a couple years. And now what I want to show you here is a few modifications I did to my cart. A little closer look at this. So as you can see, what I did is I measured these out to where I could put as many sockets in here as possible. So that's the reason why they're on a slant, because these rails are longer. Well, they're not long, you know, I wish they were longer to where, like this one right here, I cut. You know, a couple of them I cut. Like the first one I started out with, I knew I wanted to put the half drive to the back, but I had to put this in an angle because of the bigger sockets back here in the back. So I didn't want to put it all the way to the back, so that's the reason why this is in an angle, and this is in an angle just a slight bit, because of the bigger sockets. But as you can tell, I butted these close together because I cut this one, you know, I cut the end off of it. But you can see how I just screwed them down with screws. I'm going to put these in, and then see where the next set come in. This would be half drive shallows. And I knew that I had quite a few that I couldn't just fit on like a rail like that. So that's the reason why I put them in an angle and staggered them with each other so I could fit them all in. And then these open spaces, you've seen how I filled them open spaces up with just some rails that I have. I put my swivel sockets here on a rail, so they just sit in there and they're just fine. And that's kind of, you know, the quarter drives down here, they were, you know, these rails are long, but I just cut the one on the end and I staggered them like so. So you can see that all the quarter drive will fit all in a row. And then I put the 3/8 drive bit sockets all in a row, right straight in a row. I knew how many I had, so that's how many I could fit into the rail, like so. But in sockets, you know, you got more 3/8 shallow than you do deep, so that's the reason why I designed it this way. And this board in here, it's just a half-inch piece of plywood, and it's in there. I had to hammer that thing in there, because you can see, to get it below that right there, I had to hammer it down in there to get it in there. So that board is pretty solid in there. It's not coming up very easy. It won't even slide in there. So that's the reason why I made it the way it is. I didn't want to go all the way to the back here, because I knew I was going to put my half drive impacts back in here. They don't have to be on a rail necessarily, because they're impact drivers, so they stay put pretty well, and they're towards the back. So then the board here keeps them back sockets from falling over. And then I also modified this a little bit too, so I can get extra screwdrivers in here. I put extra holes down in here to where I could put extra screwdrivers in here. Did it on both sides. So yeah, you can get a closer look at that deal that I got. So you can see this is what it looked like after I got it all finished up and all sockets put in. All in order, and it looked great. That's what it looked like. Now, if you were interested, I'll show you what I did here and the reason why I did this up here, so I can hang my ratchet wrenches on. First of all, when I first got my the long ratchet wrenches in that box from Canadian Tire, I'll show you here in a minute. These right here, when I first got these, what I ended up doing was, in the bottom drawer here, well, that's the second drawer down, the bottom drawer here, in the bottom drawer is where I put that one rack at with the half drive boss stitch thing. I should probably show you what I did. Here, hold on. Okay, that's basically what I did. Before I put them rails up in here, that's basically how I put my sockets in here. And what I ended up doing is when I got this, I just set them in on top like that. So I set them in on top like that, and then just shoved my ratchets and stuff like that down in here. And before I did that, I had my ratchet wrenches in this drawer. I had my all my ratchet wrenches in this drawer, and I didn't have my Craftsman in here. I think I had my Craftsman up in here, up on top. What I put up on top back then was my Craftsman wrenches, and all my pliers were up in here. So I thought this was kind of inconvenient. I'll show you this drawer here. That's what I put in this drawer. And then I put all the extensions and other ratchets and stuff like that around the sides. And then my chisel set was laying in here on top. I can't remember where exactly I had my chisel set, but anyways, I had stuff laying on top of this. I might have had this on top of this. I don't know. I don't think it's deep enough to have this in here like so. No, it's not. See, it's not deep enough for here. So that's the reason why I had to put this down in the bottom. So it's kind of an inconvenient thing that I had, set up. And I wanted something different, better, more convenient, easier to work out. Because I'm tall, and leaning down in here to get some of these tools out of here all the time, sockets you use all the time. I'd throw these on top like this, and then I could get to my sockets and bend over and look and all this other stuff. And the same with this here. And I wanted something different, and that's the reason why I did the modification to do the sockets up in here. Took all my sockets out of the drawers, and put all my sockets up in here so I can get to them easier. Now, come to the ratchet wrenches, and these wrenches, what I wanted to do. So what I wanted to do with these was get them put up here. So I'll show you the modification I did to do that. So what I ended up doing was shut the lid like so. Well, whatever's hitting there now. Hold on, let me check this out. Okay, it was actually really nothing. It was just stiff from not closing it very much. But anyways, that's the reason why I did this up here like this. What I ended up doing was I took all my wrenches. I wanted to make sure that these pieces were low enough. When I put these low enough that when I could still shut the lid and still be in between the latch. Which you can see I removed the latch out of it because of the sockets down in here. But anyways, I wanted to make sure these would clear when I shut it. Because what I wanted to do was, when I had my ratchet wrenches hanging up, I figured once I have the wrenches hanging up right here, I could put a magnet strip across here, like so. It'd be in a diagonal like this. The ratchet wrenches would be stuck to the lid, to where when you close it, they'd stay on, I would hope. Never know. They might not have, and they Could have, who knows? But I haven't tried it. But anyways, what I ended up doing, I measured down just so far, so I knew the lid would close. I drew a line from end to end, all the way across. There's still part of the line still there in a white wax marker, whatever you want to call it, and just put my ratchet wrenches on like this. I just line them up like so. And just drilled my holes. So I'd have just enough distance between each ratchet wrench that I knew right where they were at. That's how I did that. And all I did was took a center punch, punched a hole, or punched a center punch, and then just took my drill and drilled all the way along there, like so. That's how I did that modification. And then when I got it all the holes drilled, I put a nut on the back side. As you can see, I put the bolts flush with the bottom of the nut, if you can see it. It's not clear. There you go. They're just right flush with the nut. So I have enough out here to where these are long enough I can put 2 wrenches on it. And these are made shorter because they're the smaller wrenches. And you can see which ones I got double wrenches on. That was the 16. I don't have the 16 long, but I got a 16 short. So that's the reason why that's like that. And this one here is the 19, and I got the 19 long, but no short. So that's the reason why them are shorter. But anyways, that's the mod on that. That's the modification I did in here, like so. And I hope you guys like this. Just showing you modifications. Oh, and I'll show you this mod right here. How this piece right here had slots in the back of it, to where I could put the head of the bolt in the slot, and then just poke some holes in the side of the cart here, and ran a nut on the inside. That's how I mounted that. So there's a few of the modifications I did on my, whoops, yeah, come down on my head. Gotta lock these in so it won't fall. But anyways, yeah, you can see the modification I did on this. I thought I'd give you a little closer view of it, to what I did. You can see, you know, those are the Pittsburgh socket rails. And, you know, you gotta use what you gotta use sometimes. I did this cheap, you know, 99 cents a rail, plus a piece of plywood that I had laying around. So I did this on the cheap. I did this for all like 10 bucks. Well, I had 2 rails already from that Boss Stitch set. 2 of the rails were in here. And then I bought like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, another $12. So I got like 12 bucks in this modification doing this. Then I bought screws and nuts for up here. So I got 15 bucks in this modification that I did. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me that thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.